Hey guys, and welcome to the June 2019 Creativity Tarot readings. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Kayleigh Jean. If you're new to my channel, you are welcome to use these readings for your sun, moon, or your rising signs. So go ahead and check all of them if one of them doesn't resonate. And I just wanted to say to you, thank you so much to everyone who has been supporting my channel. This month, our Inner Workings topic is all about self-love. So if you're somebody who enjoys my channel and you get something beneficial from these readings and you want to support the work that I'm doing here, I am so grateful to you. And you have a couple of options on how to do that. So the Inner Workings topic is going to be posted on Vimeo, and it's going to be posted on the normal donations page. So if you prefer to donate to support my channel through my website, that option is revamped this time. I'm bringing it back. I was just exploring things last month. So you can donate to support this channel if you get something out of these readings and you want to say thank you. And just as an additional gift to you, I create the Inner Workings topic for each month, which is just a place for us to hang out and talk about spiritual topics. And I love hearing from you guys. And this month I am covering self-love, because it's such a buzzword and it's such a big topic, but I wanted to kind of take it deeper, and I wanted to share more intimately about my personal beliefs and my own personal thoughts on the concept of self-love, what it means, and how I measure it in my own life. And I'm also offering a tarot spread to help you connect to your own relationship with yourself. So that's going to be included in the Inner Workings topic. So I hope that if you're interested in supporting my channel, you will check that out. And I also wanted to say that I am going to continue creating the Vimeo extended readings. Have been a really great way for me to go deeper with the general monthly spreads that I do for you every single month. It's just a way for you to watch the deepening of the energies, especially if you feel that the reading is resonating to you. Then watching the extension is probably going to be even more connected to your energy, because these are just general readings, so they're not guaranteed to resonate with everyone every single month. Okay guys, those are my announcements. I will see you in the readings. Okay, Cancer, let's get into your June reading. As I was tuning into your energy, I received a very specific message, so we're gonna go ahead and work with it, but just keep in mind, this may not be for everyone. Essentially, what I was being shown is that possibly for some of you recently, there was some kind of situation where you... like, it feels to me like you have recently made a decision regarding either a relationship or a job or some kind of commitment that you've had, or some kind of like person or situation in your life. You've made some kind of definitive decision about how you want to proceed, or maybe how you want to let go of something in your life. And it feels to me like some kind of outer event or some kind of outer energy changed for you right around the time that you made that decision. So right around the time that you decided to change something, basically, something else in your outer environment switched, and it might have thrown you off a little bit. And it may have made you second guess yourself and your choice, or whatever it was that you were considering going through, or whatever you decided you were going to go through with. You might have thought, hang on, like, wait a second, I don't know if I'm ready for that, or maybe that's a sign. And what I want to say for you, Cancer, is that correlation is not causation. When you have something going on in your life that changes for you on an outer level, sometimes those things are signs, but we want to be careful not to be too superstitious, I guess, about signs and taking signs out of context, because you want to really question yourself, like, is my mind creating a negative narrative. And I have a video on how to tell the difference between fear, impulse, and a true intuitive hit. So I'm going to link that below for those of you who want a little bit more help with this. But essentially, it is a delicate, subtle thing. I mean, our gut is, I feel, always the best thing to trust, but sometimes if we are in a situation where we're feeling a little bit ungrounded, or if we are being faced with a lot of different fears, for example, or if we have to do something that is difficult, our mind can sort of play tricks on us, and we can assume that, oh my gosh, that was a sign that this thing isn't going to go very well, or it's an omen, or we can start reading negative signs from the universe. And I just want to caution you against that right now, Cancer, because I actually feel like you need to trust yourself and not doubt yourself and not doubt like your own inner truth because of something outward that you think, oh my gosh, was that a sign? Like, should I not go through with this because I'm afraid that if I go against the signs, or maybe I'm not paying attention, or maybe I've been reading the situation incorrectly. You could find yourself getting into a little bit of like a mental and decision-making quagmire where you're like, on the one hand, you know deep down what you really want to do, and your heart and your gut is telling you that you need to make some kind of shift, or that you want to take your life in a particular direction. But then like on some other level, you're getting these signs from the universe, or what you think are signs that might be causing you to doubt yourself, or like you're looking at those and thinking like, well, you know, how can I trust myself when I feel like the universe might be telling me something different? So if you find yourself in that situation, Cancer, what I want to say is that wait. Essentially, like, non-action is going to prove to you over time that you are right where you need to be, or it's going to reveal to you the truth of the situation. You're going to get more information. So if you're feeling like kind of caught in between that indecisive place because you, on the one hand, are seeing external factors that you think you're interpreting accurately as bad omens from the universe, or a sign that you shouldn't do something, but your gut or maybe your deeper desires is telling you something different, just wait it out, because anything that genuinely is for you, Cancer, is never going to go to anyone else. Anything that is truly yours, any opportunity, a person, a relationship with your soulmate, the perfect job for you, whatever it is, like the creative idea, the inspiration, it's not going to abandon you. Like, anything that is truly yours and that is truly meant for you, you can toss it around, you can throw it away, you can ignore it, you can reject it, but it's going to keep coming back. The universe is going to keep feeding that back to you because it's for you. And if it's not for you, then you can take that stance of not taking any action, or you can reject it and test it and see, is it going to come back? You know, you can let it go and see if it's going to come back to you, because if it's actually for you, then it is going to come back to you, and nobody else will ever be able to take that away from you. If it's actually yours, it's yours for good. So you don't need to feel any sort of desperation about losing something, or like letting go of something before it's time, or making a decision that, you know, would take you away from something that is meant for you. Like, that's not the point. The point is to really trust yourself. So I feel like that's a big message for you, Cancer, is to trust yourself. Yes, ask the universe for signs and ask the universe for synchronicities, and trust those things, because as a Cancer, you just can't help it. You know, you're a Queen of Cups type of person. Like, whether you're a man or a woman, you are intuitive, and you're always going to have a deep connection to the subtle psychic realms. So you're always going to be interpreting synchronicity. You're always going to be picking up on subtle messages and cues from spirit. But the point is, if you're getting an omen that feels negative and it's making you doubt what you really want, or doubt yourself, ask for another sign. Tell the universe, I want another sign. I want 10 signs. I want signs coming out the wazoo that, like, there's absolutely no way that I could misinterpret this. I need to know. And the universe will provide that to you. that's the thing about the universe, is it's interactive and it will work. Try this if you don't believe me. It will absolutely work for you, Cancer. Tell the universe, okay, thanks for that one sign. I'm going to need more before I can actually trust this. And the universe will provide that. So, and you'll also get your own signs, for example, from your dreams or from just an inner knowing that arises within you during a meditation, or if you're journaling and stream of consciousness writing for 15 minutes, you might come to a position of clarity within yourself that you never thought that was possible. Like you might realize things in such a way that will erase all doubt for you. So just keep an open mind and be willing to really trust yourself on this. And if there's any signs that are making you feel kind of uneasy, ask for more. Tell the universe, you know what, that could be a sign, but I'm going to need more confirmation. Because if you're feeling uneasy about it and you're feeling inner conflict, then you might just be getting in your head a little bit and being a little superstitious or a little bit caught up in like a mental theme because what you're working on right now is very important to you, or it tugs on important kind of chords within you, or it hits sensitive places within you in your life as a whole. So it makes sense that sometimes you need a little bit more time, a little bit more signs, a little bit more confirmation and validation from your higher self and your spirit before you can actually make that decision. So I hope that that gave you some encouragement to trust yourself. Let's go ahead and get some more messages from your cards. Okay, Cancers, what's going on with my beautiful Cancers? What's going on with Cancers in June? Okay. Okay. We're also going to get your Animal Spirit Oracle cards as well. So I was seeing the beaver card just now, so there could be something having to do with related to work, regardless of whatever cards come up here. Okay, so we've got the Phoenix and the Peacock. And I'm going to call the beaver your shadow card this month because it's definitely involved in the situation somehow. Okay, so with the Phoenix as your path, you are undergoing a lot of transformation. The Phoenix is one of the mystical creatures in this deck, which is associated with the chakras, and this one is associated with the root chakra. So this is a powerful time for you to kind of transform your deeper fears or limiting beliefs, or maybe even fears of rejection or lack of self-worth. A lot of the energy, like the psychic energy that may have been caught up in those belief systems and in those unconscious kind of thought programs that you may have going on in the back of your mind, Cancer, there's an enormous release of energy around those subconsciously held thoughts and beliefs. And I feel like this is a time in June where you can really transform a lot of that energy that was really blocked and bring it kind of upward from your root chakra into your higher chakras. So you can be more visionary with yourself. You can be more energetic, more creative, more inspired. And that's also mirrored with the Peacock as the influence card this month. So again, the Peacock is a similar card to the Phoenix in the sense that they both deal with spiritual transformation. But the Peacock, if you read about this card in this deck, it's all about the Peacock's incredible ability to like kind of stomach difficult things, like to digest things that are seemingly indigestible, and to kind of absorb the wisdom in situations that maybe we all would rather avoid, or to gain like that pearl of wisdom from the irritants in one's life. So there's definitely a sense of powerful spiritual growth that happens through acceptance of the seemingly unacceptable with this card. So we see this energy of like a personal victory even over your own fears and over maybe your own prior wounding and your own psychological inner workings about kind of like your beliefs about yourself and the difficulties that you've experienced in this life. There's a potential for a lot of victory over those subconscious programmings related to like your past difficulties. So, and accepting, like self-acceptance, I feel, is a huge theme with those cards. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. We've got the World and the Tower. Wow. With the Nine of Cups and the Hierophant. Seven of Wands, King of Cups, the Star, and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, so beautiful. So I'm getting a few things from this reading. The first is that the first half of the month could feel like there's quite a lot of like big energy, I want to say, because you have the World and the Tower. So there's some kind of personal transformation that's happening in your life with the World and the Tower coming up together. It could be the result of some kind of completion, because the World represents like the final point in the Fool's journey towards self-awareness and individuation and really self-actualization. So there could be some sort of like lesson that you're completing in the beginning of June where like you feel this may be happening on the outer level, but it could also just be happening on the level of your inner feelings with the Tower card. But you feel like something is being liberated within you, or it could even be mirrored, like I said, in your outer experience. But there's something that you're integrating within yourself that now then makes you feel like kind of like a building on fire, you know, like everything is lit up when the building is on fire. And I'm speaking very metaphorically here, but everything is lit up. So you are feeling lit up, Cancer, in the beginning of June. And that could be comfortable, and you might be like, wow, you know, I have maybe like more energy, or I'm feeling more empowered, or you could be feeling just more honest and open in your life in some way. But you could also be feeling this experience as a little bit uncomfortable and jarring and exposing, because the woman is naked in this image. And so, and then like I said with the Tower, when the building is on fire, it's all lit up. So there's something here about exposing more of your true self, and this could be in your creative work, or it could be in a family situation or in a relationship, like you're saying your true feelings, or you're just kind of laying it all out on the table and saying, here's like what I am interested in, here's what I've been going through. And maybe you haven't done that recently. Maybe there's a lot that needs to come to the surface. But I also feel like for some of you, there's this completion point happening in regards to institutions, and I'm looking at the Tower card more through the lens of Lenormand, which I'm breaking some rules here because I am reading tarot, but I see myself as an intuitive reader, and I read what I see, and that may not always be the exact book definition of the cards. So the Tower in the Lenormand deck has to do with institutions, corporations, academics, schooling, government, things like that. So seeing the world with the Tower, it could be an ending to your involvement or your association with an institution, or it could be an ending to an area of study or research, like something, like I said, a lesson that you've learned. That could be a literal lesson as well. So there's just a sense of like you're free now because you're breaking out or you're finishing something. And then as we continue into the month of June, we have the Nine of Cups with the Hierophant. So there is something here in the middle of the month where it feels to me like there's a very satisfying either, like I said, completion before, because the Nine of Cups is also like a completion card, being the last single digit number, 9. There's also a sense that like you could be finishing something up with a teacher, like because the Hierophant can represent teachers. It can also represent kind of, I want to say, like the social aspects of belief, like the social aspects of spirituality. So you might be realizing some kind of truth or joining some kind of social group related to your own personal spirituality and beginning to feel like you're understood or that you're in the right place. Like you are among people who are like similar to you in some way, or who value you and value the same things that you value. So there's a sense of kind of finding satisfaction within a shared belief, I want to say, or like finding your people when it comes to spirituality and feeling more aligned essentially and fulfilled on a personal level with whatever you are learning about, or whatever your faith is, and whatever you believe about yourself is being reaffirmed through the eyes of perceptive people around you. So overall, there is a sense as well of wish fulfillment. You may encounter a teacher or a wise guide or a mentor who really kind of empowers you in some way, or who reminds you of some sort of truth that you had forgotten about yourself with the Nine of Cups. You might be just being benefited by some kind of benefactor in your life, either maybe a boss or someone of authority with the Hierophant, who is giving you some sort of an acknowledgement with the Nine of Cups. But overall, and I'm also seeing with like the steps and the cups, there's a ladder. So there's a sense of also you being able to, or steps upwards. So it's like you being able to evolve, like you've found something where there's room to grow, or you found something where there's something that you can really kind of sink your teeth into long term, and you can grow in this path, you can expand in this journey. And so you're feeling really satisfied by that. And that's just something that makes you feel really good. So I actually see that being a high point. There's some kind of benefit coming through an older person or a teacher, perhaps. With the Seven of Rods, which is the Seven of Wands, and the King of Cups in the third week, there's something here that starts to feel a little bit more romantic, which is interesting because my readings don't typically revolve around romance. But what I am seeing with the Seven of Wands and the King of Cups with the Star and the Ten of Pentacles, it could be not just about romance. It might be a business partner or somebody who has the potential to like positively influence your life in any way, Cancer. But it could be a water sign person, a fellow water sign, possibly a Scorpio with the King of Cups. Seven of Wands shows that there's something about strength in this person, or like finding strength in this partnership, whether it's business or personal. There's something about like having each other's back, or connecting with somebody who you maybe do feel on some level like they will go to bat for you, or they will kind of have your back in some way. You might also be experiencing something internally, because this King of Cups could be representing you, Cancer, in your energy. You might be feeling a little bit defensive, or you might be feeling timid about letting someone into your life. If that's the case, if you are the King of Cups here, and the Seven of Wands is therefore an extension of your energy. You might be feeling, this feels like a different situation from the first half of the month. But keep in mind, this could be playing out at any point through June because these are just general readings. But I feel that there's like this hesitancy on your part. Like, are you going to open up, or are you going to take something to the next level? Are you going to accept the love that is possible, or are you going to stay a little bit more guarded? And I actually feel like the World card, like right as you go into June, whatever the situation was, it's giving you the courage to be more vulnerable and to be more of your true self. So I think you're going to take the opportunity to either speak your truth or to be more vulnerable in some way with the Star card and the Ten of Pentacles at the end of the month. So this looks like there could be some sort of expression of your true self, Cancer, at the end of the month of June that leads to, or that promises, some kind of long-term dream, you know, like the path forward, like the movement forward is going in the direction of something that you really cherish with the Ten of Pentacles. And like I said before, it could be romantic because we do have a man and a woman here who seem to be in a little bit of a romantic embrace, and they're looking out at this castle, which represents their mutual dreams together and their willingness to actually do the physical, grounded, practical work, because it's a Pentacle card, to get them to their mutual shared vision, whatever that may be, whether it's parenthood or owning a house or owning 5 houses, or just having a beautiful environment and a beautiful relationship together, having all their needs being met and that type of thing. The Star shows me that it's gonna come at the cost of you surrendering like your guard. It's gonna come at the cost of you being willing to take a risk in some way, because the Star represents authenticity. She's naked, so you could be embracing some kind of sensuality that you've been holding back from, Cancer. Like, you are such a passionate sign, but you can retreat into your shell, especially when your life is making you feel more threatened, or when you've been conditioned through prior difficulties and pain that it's not safe to be yourself. Like, the mantra that I'm seeing here is like, it's safe to be myself in this relationship. And that relationship, again, could be anything from a romantic relationship. It could be a relationship with yourself. It could be a relationship with a business partner or people at work. But what I'm hearing this mantra at the end of the month is, it's safe to be myself in this situation. And being myself is what takes me where I really want to go. So that's what I'm getting here. I hope that that's helpful for you guys. This just looks like there's a lot of promise this month, but you are going to be evolving out of like the situation that you've been in, Cancer, and you're going to be getting some help and support from mentors along the way, but you're also going to be transforming your pain from the past and really challenging yourself to trust yourself, releasing the maybe like the alliances or the connections or the habits that don't work for you anymore, and embracing more of the truth of who you are at this time is what brings you long-term stability and security. Even if sometimes in the moment doing this, being more of your true self, doesn't make you feel secure in the moment because you're revealing more than you're comfortable with, or you're being more vulnerable, or you are putting yourself out there, sticking your neck out there, and you know that you could get hurt as a result of doing that. That's actually the safest thing for you to do, Cancer, because that is what's going to build the solid foundation of self-trust and self-belief that you can be your true self, that you can be honest and integral and standing in your full power, and that that you are going to be able to build your life on that. You know, like that's the most secure thing for you to do. If you keep kind of holding back If that's been a pattern for you, Cancer, if you keep holding back, then the true sense of self-worth and that sense of peace and trust and the confidence that will help you to build the life that you really want is going to elude you. So sometimes we have to run against our instincts. Sometimes we have to challenge ourselves to go beyond our comfort zone, because that's actually what brings in the opportunity for more comfort and peace and inner stability in our life. So that's what I was seeing for you in your cards for the month of June, Cancer. Let's go ahead and take a look at your extension reading. And I'm just going to pull you some cards from the After Tarot. We've got the Six of Wands jumping out, so that feels like a sign of victory for you. So we're just looking more in depth at the situations and the outcomes. And then I'm also going to be getting some more information for you guys about the relationship energy that was coming through here today. So I'm going to take a peek at that as well. Okay, and I will also be pulling you guys a Soul Trees Oracle card. And a Wisdom of the Oracle card. Okay, and I'm also going to read for you a Bob Ross Oracle card. I know I'm calling it an Oracle deck, but it's actually a deck of playing cards. This one jumped out, so we'll see. But I find these to be so sweet and so accurate for readings for creatives. So let's take a look at your Bob Ross message. Okay, so you got the Joker, and it says, this is a happy place. Little squirrels live here and play. So there is something here for you, Cancer, in June that's about recognizing that you are in a happy place and that things that are transforming for you on an inner level are all happening to help you allow in more joy, essentially, and more happiness and more, like I said, of your truth, which allows you to be more playful in life. So I really love this message, and it's so sweet. So that is your reading. I'm just going to go ahead and turn these over so I can have a peek. So we've got the Star, Three of Swords, and the Queen of Cups as the outcome. We've got the Knight of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. I was kind of waiting for that Six of Pentacles to come up. And then for relationship stuff, we have the Death card and the Nine of Swords in your energy. So a lot of energy going on within you. The other person has the King of Swords and the High Priestess, and the Seven of Cups is what's between you. So lots of messages there. I'm definitely going to be getting more clarity as we move into these messages, but thank you so much for being here, Cancer. Thank you for just visiting my channel, following this channel, liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you want to be notified every time I post videos, definitely hit the bell so that you can get notifications. Thank you just for being here. I'm so honored and blessed to read for you guys every single month. I'm sending you so much love. I hope you take care of yourself, Cancer, and I hope you have an amazing month in June. Okay, bye.